Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Comics. So today I am reviewing Action Comics 1030. The story here is by Phillip Kennedy Johnson with art by Daniel Sampere, excuse me. So this issue begins on War World and we see these servants of Mongul who are singing his praises and all that. Then this stranger appears and he offers Mongul a gift and he says it's the heads of all of Mongul's sons. And these servants first want to kill the guy, but then Mongul says, no, don't kill him. Yeah, he stops them because he's pleased by this gift because Mongul, historically in their family, the sons overthrow the fathers and kill them. So he's glad because that means all the possible rivals are dead. And then this stranger, who we never see, we don't see what they look like, says that there's more to War World than Mongul knows, and that it has some secrets that are buried, and he's going to help Mongul unearth them. Okay, sounds interesting. So then we go back to Earth, and Clark, he's here, and he's going through some tests, because in recent issues there was this rift that opened up in the sky and he and John dealt with it. But since that time, he's been having his energy levels or power levels have been dropping. They've been draining. And he's going through these tests to determine how well his powers are still working. And that's a nice, cool panel right there. And that's another nice panel right there of him just smashing that robot. That art by Sampere is pretty good overall. So then he goes to Batman and Adam, who are looking at the numbers, at the data, and all that. And his power levels are down, and he's got some kind of a radiation poisoning, and they believe that's what's draining his powers. It might eventually kill him. Adam is kind of downplaying it, saying, I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think we need to worry. But Batman, of course, is just the opposite. He's very concerned and thinks this could get bad. And he also suggests to Clark that he talked to John about the possibility of eventually replacing Clark in the Justice League if things get bad enough. Then we go to this scene with John and Damian, and the two of them are having a conversation about their fathers, and John is worried because in the future, where he adventures with the Legion of Superheroes, in that time, of course, everybody knows who Superman was. They knew Batman was and all that. They know about their identities and their adventures and all that. And according to history books, Superman's history just suddenly ends right around this time. And no one knows for sure what exactly happened to him. You know, some of the history's been lost. And so John's very worried about his father. He's worried that his father's going to die soon or something bad is going to happen. Then we go to Kandor, the bottle city, and Lois is there, and she's writing some kind of book about Krypton, I guess, about its history and its culture and stuff. And they share a little moment here. Then Kal-El, this robot that runs the fortress, tells him that a bunch of alien ships have entered the upper atmosphere. And Clark tells Kal-El to alert the Justice League and John and Kara to come and assist with it, possibly. And then we get a shot of these ships here, and this is a really cool panel. This looks like something you would have seen in The Authority back in, late 90s, somewhere around there. It's just a really cool shot. So Clark arrives to deal with this. John arrives to help him. But then the ships start firing at each other. And, of course, they're confused by this, what the heck's going on. Then Clark, super hearing, he picks up the people talking in some of the ships, and he recognizes the language they're speaking as Kryptonian. So it looks like there are actually some Kryptonians in these ships. And the story ends there. Now, there is a backup story here with the Midnighter. It's not very good. The art is just, it's not very good at all. And it's about, there's this guy, what his name is, Andre Trojan or something like that, and he He's like a transhumanist and he wants to turn everybody into cyborgs or something like that. And I mean, just look at this art. I mean, it's just not very good at all. I mean, look at that. It's just, ugh. But anyway, setting aside the backup story, this issue is actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. The art by Sampere is actually quite good. So I would give this a thumbs up and tell you to go ahead and check it out. I do think it's worth your time. This seems to be setting up the future state version of Superman where Clark is off on War World and John has replaced him as Superman in Metropolis. Now, I have mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, I respect that they aren't just playing future state off as like some alternate future or possible future. They're kind of sticking to this timeline they've established. But at the same time, I don't know if I really want that future version of the DCU either. So I guess it's going to be up to them to kind of sell me on it and convince me that this is the way to go. So yeah, thumbs up on this one. I like the plot threads that Johnson is setting up. He does a good job of introducing Mongul and making him feel like a big deal, a serious threat. Sampere's art does a pretty good job of giving it all kind of an epic feel, which stories with War World and Mongul, they often do have that. And yeah, a promising start with this whole War World Rising storyline. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments. And please do hit the button before you leave. And please sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.